Hi everyone, today is my second video as part of my book club feature, if you like, where I'm just talking about the things that I'm reading. As I said last time, I've been reading The Hobbit. This video is a long time coming and I do promise that I am reviewing this the day that I finished it, because this took me ages to read. Obviously there's a huge amount of hype about The Hobbit at the moment, so I sort of read it to jump on the bandwagon, but also so I knew what was going on. And I do like to read the books and the films that I'm going to see. However, I am pretty certain that my opinion of this isn't going to be a popular one. As I said, it took me ages and ages to read, which is always a sign of whether I'm enjoying a book or not. I think when it came to this book, the fact that the structure is quite episodic and has a series of adventures rather than it building up to one huge climax, I tended to enjoy the smaller happenings throughout the book rather than the thing at the end, which I found quite anticlimactic and a bit rubbish, to be honest. It may just be because I'm not a massive fantasy fan, I guess. I'm glad that I read it, but I'm not going to say that I'm a converted Lord of the Rings fan or anything, I'm afraid. The next book that I'm reading I'm going to be looking forward to a lot more is The Understudy by David Nicholls. I adore David Nicholls' writing. I loved Starter for 10 and One Day. They're two of my favourite books, and I'm only 40 pages into this and I'm already really loving it. I'm not sure what it is about his writing, I just find him really readable and really easy to get through, so I'm really looking forward to getting the rest of this finished, and I'm sure it won't take as long. While we're on the subject of books and things, last time I was reviewing A Street Cat Named Bob, which I really enjoyed, and I added it to my bucket list to meet Bob the street cat before I die. Luckily enough, I was in Birmingham the other day in Waterstones near the Bullring, and there was a poster saying that James Bowen and Bob themselves are going to be signing their new book, The World Through the Eyes of Bob, I think it's called, on the 25th of July from 1 PM onwards. So that made me really excited, and I get to meet Bob the street cat, which is pretty nice. So I'm pretty glad I read that book, and I'm pretty glad I went into Waterstones at that moment. That is everything I have to say. For the more astute of you, you will have noticed that I'm back in my room at home at the moment. That's going to change tomorrow because I'm going to be moving back near my uni. I just had to wait until my tenancy began. So I'm moving into my first proper house tomorrow, which I'm finding really exciting. If you haven't already looked at my beauty channel, which is going to be coming up within the next week, hopefully, I'll put a link below for that, or not if you're just not interested, which is fine. I'll see you next time. Bye! Cheesy, but it works.